Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on Frontier Energy Corporation, ticker symbol FRGY. All these annotations that you see on the chart already are from when I previously did it a few weeks ago, and after the nice massive move it's made, I want to get things updated with the video. Just to go over what I'd been saying, I annotated it back around this area here. I was talking about this above average volume, and I had talked about how 0.0016 would have been broken. It had a great chance to run up to the 200-day simple moving average, which is this green line. And sure enough, when it was broken, ran up to the 200-day, and then when it got through that key resistance, the rest is history. Made an absolutely monster move, and is now pulling back a little bit. But nonetheless, for all of the players that got in down in this area when I had first done this chart, congratulations. Hopefully you locked in some profits. But that being said, the chart still does look healthy, still looks strong. The overall trend is definitely up now. All you have to do to see that is look at these moving averages. This pink and red are what I use for my short-term trends, and as you can see, both sloping up strongly. So short-term, medium-term, whatever you want to call it, definitely up. And then we also have this white line here, which is the 50-day simple moving average, and this one is sloping up also. So depending on what kind of strategy you use, you could either say the long-term or medium-term trend is also up now. The good thing about the 200-day here is that sure, it's not sloping upwards, but it's beginning to go sideways, so no more of it like it was here where it was just very evidently going down. It has flattened out now, so that's a good sign to see. What I wanted to go over in this chart was just kind of use my analogy of going to the weight room and lifting weights and working out, which is what this chart's doing now. Sometimes charts need to, take a break before they can make their next moves up. And what I like to say is, when big moves are happening, that's like going out to the beach. But at the same time, if you want the ladies to look at you, you got to make sure you work out in the weight room, lift some weights, and so forth. So you got a nice sculpted body and so forth. So all the chicks are looking at you, and that's what the chart did here. Breakout, went to the weight room, broke out, went to the weight room again, broke out, and now currently the chart is just back in the weight room doing some consolidating, and hopefully on the next run out to the beach, it'll impress more ladies and make another strong move upwards. But since late June, the chart speaks for itself. Nice uptrend. It's not going straight up. It makes moves, pulls back, makes moves, goes sideways, and right now getting a little pullback. So I want to update this with some support and resistance levels. The first support level I want to highlight is just this area right down here, which is right about 0.0025. This is kind of an ideal area to hold. It doesn't have to, but this is what you'd ideally like to see the price hold at. And then after that we have the 200-day simple moving average, which was resistance, but because it has been broken, it has turned into support. Right now it is valued at 0.00188, so that's going to be the next support level. So let me get that mapped out here right there. So this are two support levels, and if you want, just to, for argument's sake, want to just call this a support zone, that would work also. Kind of like down here we had the support zone between 0.0012 and 0.0011. You could do the same thing up here if you really wanted to. Now on the other side of the coin, let's go over some resistance levels. The first one isn't going to be that thick of one, so I'm going to use a skinnier line, but it's the high of this candle right here, which is at about 0.0033 or so. I'm just estimating that. But that's going to be the short-term resistance level. And then after that we have a little thicker one up here, which is right around 0.0045. And then what I'm going to use the thickest line for is just the previous high up here at 0.005. If we can get above this one up here, then that's going to be putting in a new high, and that's the whole name of the game when it comes to charts, is making higher highs. So that's the level to beat if the chart's going to put in an overall high. But right now chart looks fine. Just doing some normal consolidating. These 3 days the chart was actually overextended since it kept closing above the upper Bollinger Band, but now it's pulled back inside the upper Bollinger Band, which is this white line here. So we're back inside that, so the chart is no longer overextended. Looking here at the indicators, you can see that they're just cooling off some, which is fine. That's part of the game too. Indicators need to cool off. So keep your eye on it, and no need to freak out or anything. Just doing some consolidating, and keep your eye on it, put it on your radar, and let's see what happens. But maybe a few more days of sideways action before hopefully it heads back up. But only time will tell there. If you have any questions, please shoot me a message, and I'll do my best to help you out. I'd also encourage you to check out the free ebook link that's in this post. Sign up for the newsletter, and you'll immediately get sent an ebook that's got some of the strategies I use, and it's getting pretty good reviews. So if you have any other questions, just hit me up. Once again, this was FRGY, Frontier Energy Corporation. Thanks for listening.